two-bedroom cottage. What lacks in mod cons makes up for in home comforts. You don't think it sounds too old-fashioned?
No, not at all.
I just want to attract the right tenant. Don't want Betty to come home and find that house is taken over by squatters.
I can keep an eye on the place if you like.
Oh, would you, Ashley?
It's the least I can do. Actually, I was thinking of taking the day off. Thought you might need a hand getting ready.
Haven't you got vicary things to do?
Ethan can do the vicary things for once. I just get Gabby to nursery, then I'm all yours.
You really are the best boyfriend in the world. Mwah. Bye, Gabby.
Leonard!
Oh, hello, love.
I thought you might be hungry, seeing as you left before breakfast this morning.
Oh, right. Well, I promised Scott I'd clear the backlog. My mind wasn't really on car mechanics last week.
No. Right, well, I'll leave you to it then.
Look, I've been thinking. How do you fancy a few days at the seaside? You know, spend some time making up properly.
Are you suggesting some kind of dirty weekend in Blackpool?
Maybe even live in St Anne's if you're lucky. How about next weekend?
Oh, I said I'd go and visit Frank Bernard next weekend.
Oh, I see.
No, but we can still go. We can visit him on the way there.
I said I don't want anything to do with him. I'm sorry, pal, but...
It's okay. I'll see you later.
What does she want to go to Africa for, anyway?
The excitement, the wildlife, the sun going down on the Serengeti, perhaps.
She can watch the sun going down over Houghton. She's my most productive member of staff.
Selfless as ever, Nicola.
She'd be making a big mistake rushing off on some harebrained scheme. Oh, speaking of big mistakes, what's she still doing here?
She's about to murder your father, that's what. What the hell were you thinking when you booked those tickets for Egypt?
Egypt?
Why, what's happened?
You've only gone and booked it on the same day as Diane's wedding, you dozy kipper.
Oh, no, I must have got the dates muddled up. Ah, better phone the travel agent.
You don't mind, do you? I mean, I know you're busy with the Harvest Festival, but it's only one service.
No, it's fine. You should spend some time with Laurel. Probably nervous about her going away on her own.
I'm delighted for it. It's the opportunity of a lifetime.
Well, I know that I was more than a little apprehensive when Eve went away for the first time, but she seemed to get on fine.
So fine, she decided to stay there for good.
Yeah, well, I'll manage. Take as much time as you need.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Oh,
I won't count on the lions being asleep. You know, they're often awake, waiting to attack unsuspecting tourists.
Morning, Nicola. Cup of tea?
Oh, don't bother. I'm only here to tell you you can't go to Africa.
I know it's a big step.
No, I'm serious. You can't go to Africa. You need to give me at least a month's notice before swanning off to save the world. It's in the small print.
Well, I realise it's short notice, but I've promised them.
Well, you'll have to unpromise them.
I can't. They need me.
To do what, exactly? You do know there are no floors to mop out there.
I can do more than mopping floors.
Oh, I know. You're good at cleaning toilets as well.
Sometimes I wonder why I'm friends with you at all.
Going to end it, he says. Heading home to tell her what's what.
Yeah, well, I was going to tell her, but we talked and we've got it sorted.
And what yarn did she spin you this time?
Ah, bless her, you should have heard her. She's having a hard time with that son of hers.
And there's a few other women had a hard time because of her son.
Yeah, well, I want her to stay and she's staying.
And what about this son of hers? Is he staying too?
No, he isn't.
Ah, you say that, but before you know it, you'll round her little finger.
I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. I don't want him living here any more than you do.
Thank you. Ta.
What's that for? Just my little way of saying thank you for yesterday. Oh, you've got nothing to thank me for. Oh, I think I have. If it hadn't been for you, Leonard and I wouldn't have talked things through. Oh. Do you know, it's funny. I used to think you disapproved of me. Well, whatever my reservations might have been in the past, I felt it was wrong that Len should end the relationship over something that wasn't your doing. Anyway, I'm glad you've sorted things out. You have sorted things out, haven't you? He won't have anything to do with Frank Bernard. Well, you can't expect him to come round to everything all at once. I don't expect him to come round at all. I wouldn't have a rapist in my house if the rapist wasn't my son. But he is my son and he's due for parole.
Oh, I see.
Well, aren't there hostels he can go to? I'm his mother. If I won't take him in, what chance has he got with the rest of the world? Well, if Len won't hold truck with him, how can you take him in? Frank and I'll just have to find somewhere else to live. Well, what about Len? You're supposed to be marrying him. You can't just leave him. What can I do, Edna? Whatever I do, someone gets hurt.
There you are. I've been looking for you.
Debbie, what can I do for you?
Well, it's more what I can do for you, really. I want to volunteer to help with the Harvest Festival. Here I am, on volunteer.
Well, I'm sure we can find you something closer to the time.
Oh, there's nothing I can do today. It's just that I'm really bored.
It's a lovely day. There must be lots of things you could be doing.
Well, I was going to set up a collection point once I'm done with communion. You can help me with that if you really want it.
Right, it's a date.
I'm worried about you going to the middle of nowhere.
The middle of Tanzania, actually.
Well, isn't it dangerous there?
Oh, I shouldn't have thought so.
You don't know anything about the place, do you?
I didn't even know where it was until last week. I still can't spell it. Mind, it is a bit tricky.
Aren't you nervous?
Yeah, terrified.
So why go?
Because I need to know if I can do it. I want to find out if I can be more than your best cleaner.
Well, you are. You're my best friend, too.
Oh, Nicola, I'm going to miss you too, and I'm going to be back before you know it.
Sorry, am I interrupting?
No, I'm going. Got to go and find myself a new member of staff.
Thought for a minute she might have talked you out of going.
No chance. Nobody can talk me out of going.
Best get on then. Where do you want me to start?
No, I brought them to help with the move.
The flaming hell are you doing here?
I told you, sleepyhead, bringing in boxes to help with the move. I hope you don't mind.
You can't just waltz in and make yourself a flaming brew, love. This is my home.
Oh, it's my house, and I think you'll find I do have the right to enter, so long as I give reasonable notice.
Reasonable notice?
Well, didn't you get the note I posted through the door last night? Oh, well, don't worry. You'll get used to me. I'm going to be stopping by quite a lot from now on.
Oh, that's the last of the washing. How's the packing coming along?
Getting there. There is rather a lot of it.
Well, you're not going to pack that. So the last thing I need is a jumper in the tropics.
You do realise it can get quite chilly over there?
Oh, get away.
Oh, the nights are often cold.
Oh, I didn't realise you'd been.
I haven't, but I've got friends who've told me all about it. I really would take the sweater.
Well, you're not going to fit it in. I've got everything by the kitchen sink in there.
You might want to rethink some of the items. A kitchen sink could be more use than some of them.
Like what?
The hairdryer for a start.
Yeah, it's a bit of an extravagance, but my hair goes frizzy if I don't blow it.
Where will you plug it in? They probably won't even have electricity in the village you're going to.
I never thought of that. Well, you might as well, unpack it.
What you need are mosquito nets, torches, binoculars for spotting the wildlife.
Crikey, binoculars.
Don't worry. We'll unpack and I'll go through everything with you.
You've been warned. We want you out.
No, I want you and your tatty boxers out of here now.
Hey, whoa, come on, what the hell's going on?
She's trying to force us out.
Nobody's forcing anyone anywhere, although it would be in your best interest to find somewhere else to live while there's work going on.
Work? What work?
General repairs, upkeep. It's perfectly legal.
What's that got to do with us?
Look, you're a builder. You understand it would be inconvenient, not to mention unpleasant, to be living here whilst there's work going on. We're simply looking out for your welfare.
No, you're not. You're threatening us.
I'm merely warning you of the situation.
And I'm warning you, love, I can handle any situation that you throw at me. Do you want to see how well I can handle myself, do you?
Come on, it's not worth getting yourself in any bother. I think you better leave.
Whatever you say. I really didn't want to cause any trouble. Excuse me.
It won't shut.
Maybe you should take the mosquito net out. I'm sure they sell the net.
Perhaps you need a bigger bag. This one's not practical anyway.
I like that. Makes me feel like an air hostess wheeling it through the airport.
You won't be wheeling it through airports. You'll be better off with a rucksack.
I haven't got a rucksack. Look, I haven't got time for this. I've got to go and have my injections.
Now?
Yes. They say get them done as soon as possible.
They also say they could cause discomfort. If you've got a lot to do, maybe you should leave them till the end of the day.
Ashley, I've already made my appointment.
I'll drive you then.
No, you stay here just in case anybody calls about renting the house.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I want to help as much as I can.
You are helping more than enough.
What do you think? I made it while you were doing the service. Well, yeah, that's great, Debbie. You've done a really good job there.
I'm sorry. I was a million miles away.
In Africa, by any chance? Look, you can talk to me about Neve, you know.
I don't think it's fair of me to be burdening you with my problems.
Why? I burden you with mine all the time.
That's different. I'm your curate.
Well, I thought you were my friend as well.
I am your friend.
Right, well, friends talk to each other, friends help each other out.
Look, I'm okay. Next time I need a friend to talk to, I shall come to you.
Where do we put the donations?
What are you doing in here? Drinking when you should be at home with Pearl?
Oh. I've had a busy morning. I'm entitled to a quick pint. And since when have you become a marriage guidance counsellor?
Huh. You're not married yet. And if you don't sort things out with Pearl, I'm not sure you ever will be.
Me and Pearl are just fine, thank you very much.
Not if you insist on making her choose between you and her son.
She'd be better off without him. I'd disown him if he was mine.
Would you? What if, God forbid, Sean had done something like that? Would you disown him?
My Sean would never do anything like that.
That is exactly what Pearl thought. Can't you just give this Frank Bernard a chance, just for Pearl's sake?
He raped someone, Edna. I love Pearl, but I can't sit on an evening watching television with somebody like that next to me. I just can't do it.
Well, then you've only yourself to blame if you end up losing the woman that you say you love.
I'll have a brandy, Louise. Make it a double.
Are you okay?
I've got typhoid.
I didn't know you could get typhoid in Houghton.
Only if you have it injected in your arm.
I heard you were leaving us for distant shores. When are you off?
Tomorrow. I'm going to miss your wedding. But you probably won't miss me. You'll be having the time of your life. Are you excited?
Over the moon. Shouldn't you be at home getting ready if you're off tomorrow?
Oh, probably, but Ashley seems to have everything under control.
Driving you mad, is he?
Oh, no, he's been brilliant. I never would have known to have taken a mosquito net without him.
Oh, I wouldn't bother taking a Moz in it if I were you. They got him everywhere in Dar es Salaam.
Have you been to Tanzania?
Yeah, used to go quite a lot. My trolley jolly days are all.
Would you say that I'd need to take some binoculars or jumpers?
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
Neither would I.
You wait all week for volunteers, then two come along at once?
Well, a couple of hours is the least we could do. But would Debbie willing to give up a whole day to help?
Yeah, well, the thing is, it only really needs 2 people to do this.
In that case, I'll leave the two of you to it. I'll go work on next week's sermon.
It's good of you to do this, Debbie. I thought you'd have been off playing with your friends.
Playing with my friends. I'm not a kid.
I know that.
And plus, there's nobody worth bothering with round here.
Well, what about Ethan? You seem pretty friendly with him.
Well, we talk sometimes, that's all.
Well, you know, me and Paddy are always here if you need someone to talk to.
Yeah, I know.
I just wonder if Ethan's not in the mood for listening to people right now. I mean, he has just broken up with his fiancée after all.
Yeah? Well, he said he's all right about that.
Well, what people say and what they mean are often a different matter. Maybe you should give him some space, eh?
Look, I'm not going round upsetting him, you know.
I just think it might be a good idea if you found some friends your own age. He's too old for you.
Yeah, I know. Now we're going to finish this or what?
Ashley, where have you been? I thought you were going to wait in just in case anybody called about the house.
I had more important things to do.
Oh, like what?
Ta-da!
Oh, wow. It's a rucksack. That's a big rucksack.
Don't you like it?
Love it. Wondering whether it's a little on the big side, though.
Use something big to get everything in.
Oh, well, about that, Louise says I won't need a mosquito net.
I've just been and bought you a new one.
Oh, you shouldn't have. You really shouldn't have.
I'm only trying to help, you know.
I know.
Well, I thought that under the circumstances, she might not be up to a wild hen night out. So, what do you think about a spa day?
A spa day? Yeah. The lass is getting married. She wants toxins put in her body, not taken out, whatever the circumstances.
I might mention it to her. She'd probably go for it.
Well, there's no need. I'm organising the hen night. Part of my job is the matron of honour.
Val, you don't even know if you're the matron of honour yet.
Actually, I do. We had a long chat about it in Scarborough. She asked me then. You don't mind, do you?
Well, she could have told me.
Well, I want the chance to make this wedding really special, make up for all those years we spent apart. But if it really means a lot to you...
No, you are her sister after all. And besides, you're more the matronly type.
Hello. Buy you a drink.
Don't think you can bribe me into moving out with one drink.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. Though I am surprised you're not jumping at the chance to move.
Now, how'd you figure that one?
Oh, there's plenty of work to be done on the place. Know any good builders?
I get it. But why would I move out of my house and fall out with my mates for one lousy job?
But it wouldn't be just one job. There's lots of work we can put your way. It's up to you. If you can afford to turn the work down.
Is she threatening you again?
It's okay. I was just telling her we're not going anywhere.
Who do you prefer, Di? Firemen or bikers?
Depends whether I'm in a burning building or not.
Oh, you'll be on fire, all right. I'm organising your hen night.
Oh, there's no need. I was going to have a few drinks in here.
No, I want to help. And not just with your hen night. I figured, seeing as how you've got so much on your plate at the moment, I'd help organise the whole wedding. It's just my way of saying thanks for you being me big sis.
A card would do.
No, I've seen the wedding planner and everything. I've even postponed my holidays to help.
What holidays?
I thought we were keeping that to ourselves for now, Val.
Don't tell me you're going to Egypt.
How did you know? Lucky guess.
I got a last-minute deal. I thought Val might appreciate it.
You will let me help with the wedding, won't you?
Oh, I suppose so. But no bikers or firemen. For coppers, me.
If you ask me, she's lucky he's forgiven her.
She's done nothing to be forgiven for.
She lied about what her son had done. I'll tell you this, I shan't let it lie if she brings him into this community.
I wouldn't have thought you'd have had this not in my backyard attitude, Jarvis Skelton.
Let me ask you this. Would you still be happy to have him in your backyard if your granddaughter lived here? I wonder.
Oh, I don't know about this, Ashley.
Just try walking up and down the road to see how you feel.
Oh, I know how I feel. Feel stupid.
You look like a proper adventurer.
I feel like a proper tortoise. Oh, I think I'm going to go back to my old bag.
Nonsense. Just try moving around a bit more.
I can't move.
You won't get very far in Africa with that attitude.
Not with this on my back. Look, I think I'm going to go back to my old bag.
But I went to a lot of trouble to get this for you.
And I told you I didn't want it. Like I said, I wanted to take my hairdryer, and I didn't want to take 5 million jumpers, but you were so busy giving me advice, you didn't listen to what I wanted.
I'm simply trying to give you advice about Africa.
If you know so much about Africa, Ashley, why don't you go? Ow!
You're just in time for tea. I've done as a roast.
Oh, you wonderful woman.
Hey, you're only saying that so you can have an extra Yorkshire pud.
No need to feed me up, though. Look, I'm sorry if I put you in a difficult position with Frank Bernard. But it's just I'm finding it a little hard to get used to.
Oh, I don't blame you, love. I've been trying to get used to it for years, and I don't think I ever will.
See, whatever happens or wherever he goes, I don't want it to break us up.
Oh, well, I don't want us to break up either. You're the best thing that's happened to me in years, Leonard. I don't want to lose you.
You won't.
But I can't turn my back on Frank, no matter how much I want to.
We're going to get through this together. I am not going to lose you, sweetheart.
I don't want to row the night before I go away.
You're the one who's rowing. I was only trying to help.
You weren't helping, you were taking over.
Oh, I just can't win, can I? I can't win. If I help, I'm interfering. If I don't help, I don't want you to go.
What do you mean you don't want me to go?
I didn't say I didn't want you to go. I said if I didn't help, you'd think I didn't want you to go.
I never thought that.
That's all right, then.
Until now. That's what this is all about, isn't it? You don't want me to go.
I didn't want to get into this. I wasn't going to say anything at all. But if I'm honest, no, I don't want you to go.
I don't believe this.
I know it's wrong and selfish of me, but you have to see it from my point of view.
I see your point of view. You don't think I'm up to it.
That isn't it at all. I don't want you to go because I'll miss you.
You think I'm going to mess it up? Fall flat on my face?
Oh, don't be silly.
Yeah, that's me, isn't it? Silly Laurel. Can't even pack a bag on her own. How would she cope in the middle of Africa?
That wasn't what I meant.
I thought you were different than Nicola. And Caroline just laughed at me when I said I wanted to go on a school skiing trip. Well, maybe I would have broken my leg, but at least I would have given it a go. I thought you believed in me.
I do.
You didn't even think I'd get the job, even arrange another job just in case.
For the last time, I was only trying to help.
Yeah, and for the last time, I don't need your help. I can do this by myself, and I'm gonna do this by myself, and I'm gonna do it my way